Another edition of Weather Briefing Storm Scoop. I am meteorologist Steve Krasnowski, and it's October 7th, 2020, and we'll call this one Back to the Tropics. So, let's get started. If only there was a way of knowing where the hurricane might go, perhaps a marker or a line of sorts to utilize a general compass. And a third disturbance from the long-range theory appears to have come back to life. Look, there he is. Gosh, these storms just don't want to go away this year. Think of Paula yesterday. Major Hurricane Delta is exploding in part of the Caribbean, where ocean heat content is off the scale hot. It's greater than 140 kilojoules per square centimeter. These are just very lukewarm bathwater. It's not fun. Delta is a very rare candidate for a serious run at what's known as the maximum potential intensity for a tropical cyclone in the Atlantic, which is 160 knots and 880 millibar pressure. We are in that wheelhouse potentially. This value is based on thermodynamic constraints intrinsic to the Earth's atmosphere and the amount of ocean heat content available. Why we're confident that Delta won't make landfall along the Gulf Coast as a Category 5? Well, it has 3 speed bumps for the storm right before the coast. It's got cool water due to upwelling. There's dry air in there that will probably get sucked in, and the shear will be increasing. So it won't be enough to prevent major impacts, though. So we're still going to look at wind. We're still going to look at flooding. Delta is the fastest storm to intensity from a tropical depression to Category 4 in the modern Atlantic records. The previous record was Keith in the year 2000, which was 42 hours. We may break the Category 5 record as well, which was 54 hours. That was Felix in 07 and Wilma in 05. They were tied for that. The European, which actually went free today for many of its avenues, this ensemble sounding was taken just west of Delta's forecasted position in the western Gulf of Mexico. There's 2 challenges the storm will face on approach to the Gulf Coast on Friday. That very dry air above 500 millibars and the strong westerly shear that I spoke of before, that will also be above 500 millibars. We have ominous similarities to Laura in late August in terms of the track. And if you look at the track, preparations need to be taken. This is a serious storm. Possible major hurricane impacts southwest Louisiana on Friday. So we really need to take it seriously again. We're just going to focus on the tropics today, but I did want to mention this last piece. Finally, we're going to compare the early morning microwave satellite imagery with radar imagery from this time yesterday. We can see a dramatic expansion in Delta's inner core there. And this is consistent with observations from the ground, a prolonged calm period. There's an upshot, which is a much bigger wind field in the general meteorology. So, tropics, October 7th. Who knew, right? Meteorologist Steve Krasnowski, Weather Briefing, Storm Scoop. Have a great Wednesday.